Draw a line from Miami to Bermuda to Puerto Rico. You get a triangle. About 500,000 square miles of open Atlantic. On paper, it's just water. But since 1945, over 50 ships and 20 planes have vanished here without a mayday call. No wreckage, no bodies. The question isn't if something strange happens here. It's why it keeps happening, in the same exact shape. And it all started with a single afternoon that should have been routine. December 5th, 1945. 5 Navy bombers take off from Fort Lauderdale for a routine training run. The weather is clear. The pilots are experienced. They fly east over the Atlantic. Everything is normal, until it isn't. Their compasses start spinning. North stops being north. They think they are over the Gulf. They are not. They can't find land. They can't even find west. On the radio tower, they hear one last thing. We can't find west. Everything is wrong. The ocean doesn't look as it should. They send a massive rescue plane to find them. It takes off at sunset. 20 minutes later, it vanishes too. 5 bombers, 13 men, 1 rescue plane, 6 more. Gone without a trace, without a mayday, without a single piece of wreckage. Flight 19 wasn't the first. It was just the one that made people finally look back. Because if you dig through the Navy logs, the same stretch of ocean keeps showing up. 1918, the USS Cyclops, the biggest ship in the entire US Navy. 309 men on board, left Barbados, and vanished. No storm, no distress call, no wreckage. The Navy said, no adequate explanation for her loss has ever been found. 1945. Before Flight 19 even took off, dozens of others had already disappeared in the same waters. Private planes, cargo ships, a whole squadron that went out and never came back. But nobody connected the dots. Until one man did. 1964. A writer named Vincent Gaddis was reading all these reports. Flight 19, Cyclops, all of them. He took a map, drew a triangle, Miami, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and gave it a name, the Bermuda Triangle. His article went viral before viral was a thing. Every newspaper picked it up, and suddenly, every strange story from that ocean had a home. But naming it didn't explain it. It just made the question louder. So what's actually inside that triangle? For 60 years, everyone had a theory. Theory 1. The ocean itself is trying to kill you. Miles below the surface, pockets of methane gas build up, and when they burst, they turn the entire sea into foam. Water that can't float a ship anymore. A 500-foot freighter like Cyclops would drop like a stone. No time for a mayday, just gone. Theory 2. The sky. NASA satellites found something weird. Hexagonal clouds forming right over the triangle. These aren't normal clouds. They create air bombs, 170-mile-per-hour downdrafts that hit the ocean and create rogue waves 100 feet tall. A wall of water that appears from nowhere. Even a Navy ship doesn't survive that. Theory 3. Your compass is lying to you. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the only places on Earth where true north and magnetic north line up. Compasses spin. Pilots think they're flying west, but they're flying straight out into the Atlantic until fuel runs out. Exactly like Flight 19. And then
there's the one everyone secretly wants to believe, that something else is down there. Atlantis, an alien base, something we were never supposed to find. The Navy investigated all of them, and what they found changes everything.
But here's the truth they don't put on the documentaries. The U.S. Coast Guard and Lloyd's of London studied it. The Bermuda Triangle doesn't have more disappearances than any other part of the ocean with this much traffic. It's one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth. Of course ships sink here. And the ocean here? It's not normal ocean. The Gulf Stream is a 60-mile wide river inside the sea, moving at 5 knots. If a ship sinks, if a plane ditches, that wreckage moves 100 miles in 24 hours.
Sector clear. Nothing
By the time search teams arrive, they're looking in the wrong place. The methane? Real. But only in deep, deep water. Not where Cyclops vanished. The hexagonal clouds? Real. But they happen everywhere. The compass thing? Also real. But every pilot since 1945 knows about it. So what killed 300 men on the Cyclops? What killed 5 Avengers in Flight 19? The answer is boring. And that's why no one wants to believe it. But maybe we've been looking at the wrong monster. The Bermuda Triangle is 500,000 square miles. The ocean is 139 million. We've mapped 100% of the moon. We've mapped 5% of our ocean. 2 miles below your cruise ship, there's a mountain range bigger than the Himalayas that no human has ever seen. Things live down there that we don't have names for. And if you fall off your boat at night in the middle of the Atlantic, no one will ever find you, triangle or not. So the triangle isn't haunted. It's just big, bigger than we can handle. And it doesn't care if we understand it. We wanted it to be aliens. We wanted it to be Atlantis. Because all of that is less scary than the truth. The truth is, the ocean took 300 men on the Cyclops and didn't even leave a bubble. The truth is, 5 kids who were supposed to be home for dinner got lost because their compass was off by 2 degrees. Their radio died, and they ran out of gas while the sun went down over open water. And we never found them because by the time we looked, the river and the sea had already taken them 100 miles away.